Greetings, everyone. This is Maxwanette, a poetess. How is everyone doing? How have you guys been? It's been a minute, bear with me. I did have some oral surgery, so I'm talking, but I'm trying to take it as easy as possible. So, with that in mind, Grand Rising, Kingston, New York. How is everyone? My. Well, look. What a beautiful 2025 and New Year has started. It's freezing up here in Kingston, New York. But who are we to complain, right? There's so many different things going on all over the world. Currently, just saying some uh, prayers and sending positive vibes out there to our family out there in Cali. It's devastating what's taking place there. So we send prayers and positive vibes to everyone out there in California. Y'all stay strong. Yeah. So what's been going on? Well, a lot of stuff been going on. The world of creativity is busy as always. And lo and behold, look what I found. Here I was resting last night, taking it easy, ice packing the jaw, and I got a little wind of the IRAWMA Mutabaruka Spoken Poetry Awards nominees. Yeah, for 2025, going on in March. Very nice. Um, and I saw some names that I'm familiar, very familiar with, and that I support. I have no shame. Richie Innocent, Marcia Jackson, Judith Falloon Reed, and Brother Wise Words are creatives that I support. And yeah, because see, let me give you guys a little heads up on what's going on new and different from 2024 to 2025. See, for 2025, I am only supporting creatives that support creatives. Hello. So if you're a creative and you're one of those selfish, narcissistic kinds of creatives, I'm not messing with you. I wish you the best. I have no ill will, but I'm not going there. I've done that for the past 7 years. I'm going in my 8th year of supporting creatives, and I don't support creatives who don't support other creatives. I just don't, because I don't see the point in it. We're all in the world of creativity. I don't believe in being selfish. I don't believe in supporting narcissism. I don't believe in talking behind people's backs and all this back. I'm not with that. So, no offense, but if I don't support you, don't feel offended. Hey, it is what it is. But I keep it real, and I just don't do that. In the past, I have supported creatives that were lacking in decent, regular camaraderie, much less being decent human beings with one another, much less themselves. And like I said, I did that for years, and I supported everyone that I could, regardless of how they were otherwise, with themselves or with other people. I'm not doing that anymore. I run 2 businesses, and I have clients, and my time is very valuable. And I just don't have that kind of character or need to feed people who don't support each other. I just don't. So if you see me not supporting people, it's probably one or 2 things. One, they're that type of person that I just described, and I don't want anything to do with it. Or 2, maybe I'm not aware of that individual, and you need to bring this person to my attention so that I can, highlight them and give them a strength and support out there in the world of creativity. People, I don't do anything that you or someone else can't do. Support each other. Support each other. If I have an event, I'm inviting people. Why? Because you support each other. People who support each other. I'm not going to invite people who are selfish and only think of themselves and just feel that they have to tear the other person down, or they have to be a stumbling block, or, life is too short. Life is too short. And that's the beauty of having your own business. People can't tell you what to do. Yeah. You get to make your own decisions of what's right for you, yourself, and your clients. Now, don't get me wrong, people. You can't, you're not going to know everybody that's a narcissist or not, because, people hide themselves, their true selves a lot. You never know. Sometimes the kindest person could be the worst, and vice versa. But as for myself, if you're not a positive creative, it's going to come out sooner or later, and sooner or later, I'm going to leave you alone. That's it. So that's just how I do my business. That's how I live my life. If you're a negative individual on a personal level, I'm going to leave you alone. If I've tried to help you and I've tried to, be as positive as I can in your life, and you still want to be that negative, heavy, burdenish, vindictive, narcissist, evil, bad mind type of individual, you're free to do so. Who am I to come and tell you can't? It's a matter of choice. It's your choice. I choose to not entertain that type of thing. I grew up in a system of things that if we can't be the change, then what's the point? Look at the entertainment system. Look at the entertainment world. Look, it's been turned up on its axis. we still got P. Diddy in jail. Look at everything that's been going on in the musical industry, in Hollywood. We call it Hollyweird, because everybody knew I had an idea. Weird stuff was going on, and horrific stuff was going on, and I just choose not to be a part of that. I feel that the world of creativity does, can, and shall exist without those type of hindrances. I don't see why we have to feed into the negativity. At least I'm not. So, I can only speak for myself. So if you see me and I'm not supporting someone or anyone in particular, don't be offended. It's called reality. It's called reality. Again, it's either because the person is just too selfish and has too many issues going on that is spilling into the world of creativity and causing disruptions, or the person is somebody that I don't know about, I'm not aware of. So please be kind to bring that person to my attention. Yeah, it's not that difficult to do. So the IRAWMA has poetry. I love it. Let's go. It's a beautiful selection. And I'm curious to see who's going to win. We had Marcia Jackson. She won in 2024. And that's awesome. Let's see what we got. We see she's back up again. Marcia's kicking tail. Go ahead, Marcia. And like I said, we have Sister Judith. Now remember, I'm going to cut there for a minute. We performed together at VP last September at VP and Richie Innocent's Poetry Echoes of Expressions. In Jamaica, Queens, with Miss Patricia Chin, and Sharon Gordon was hosting. We had DJ Killer Boo. Yes, big up to everyone. Wonderful group of people. Amazing. And shout out to VP. I love VP. They're awesome people. The relationship and the connection that VP has extended to the world of poetry is phenomenal. And I give them credit for that and kudos for that. Because poetry is bigger than we think it is. Because look at music. What is music when you take away all the instrumentals and all of that stuff? It's poetry. So, big ups to VP for having that hindsight. So, but I'm personally familiar and work with these creatives. and I love it. Having met everyone in person, I've worked with them for years, but meeting them in person was it was so wonderful. It was amazing. It was beautiful. I'm telling you, Marcia Jackson did such I'm going to put it up for you guys to see, for those who may have missed it or those who just want to see it again. I'll put the show up. It's on YouTube. You can go to Richie Innocent's YouTube page and you'll find it. But I'll share that. But to watch them perform live was so, I'm talking to you guys with the biggest smile on my face because it was just awesome. I'm telling you, when Sister Judith Falloon Reed went up, I mean, it was over. I mean, she completely captivated the audience. It was just an amazing performance, and I give her kudos for that. And of course, we have Brother Wisewords. Now, Brother Wisewords wasn't at VP, but I'm very familiar with Brother Wisewords. I have worked with Brother Wisewords. I'm working with Brother Wisewords now. And I'll admit, everyone that I'm calling Wisewords, Judith Falloon Reed, Marcia Jackson, and Richie Innocent, these are creatives that I promote on a regular basis. Why? Because they're good people. And they're awesome creatives. They're masters at their craft. And it's just amazing to watch them and to listen to them perform. It is amazing. Brother Wise has some new piece out there called Pretty Brown Eyes. Yeah. Y'all need to give that a listen and a look. Awesome piece. And like I said, Marcia Jackson, she does a rendition of Miss Lou that is just phenomenal. It's very, very, and those who don't, Louise Bennett Coverly, if you don't know who Miss Lou is, please Google and educate yourselves. Miss Lou is one of the most infamous literary performers and entertainers in Jamaica, poets. Google. So she's a very important part of creativity and poetry in Jamaica. If you're from Jamaica or you're Jamaican and you don't know Louise Bennett Coverly, I feel sorry for you. So go look it up. But yeah, she does a great performance there. And then we have Richie Innocent. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Yes. People say, well, you're biased, Maxwanette. All right, whatever. I like who I like and I support who I support. But, Richie Innocent, yes. I did publish his book, Perseverance, a book of poetry. Richie is just, he's a poet that's, it's not just his poetry, because Richie is a dynamic poet. He's a dynamic DJ. He's just a dynamic individual. But the biggest thing about Richie that I really, really love about him as a person, it's not just show. This is how he is in real life. Richie is very unselfish. He will support everyone and anyone and put people before him. He will, he doesn't care if you're famous or not. He doesn't care if you're popular or not. All he cares about is if you have a voice and you want to put it out there, and sometimes you may not even want to. Richie is going to provide that space for you. He's going to give you that strength. He's going to, lift you up or say, look, or shine that light and go, hey, look at this person over here. He's so unselfish. He really is. It's very rare to find people like Richie, not just in the world of poetry, but period. So it's big ups again to Richie Innocent. That's my brother from another mother. I love that man. So, these are the people that we have here. And I'm interested to see how this is going to go. There is another creative that's has been mentioned, Amaziah the Great. So these are the people that are in poetry. Let's see who gets the award this year. I wish everyone the best. And I just want to say, don't let the award define you. Well, Maxwanette, what are you saying? Well, awards are wonderful. And kudos and credence to all of those who get them. But just don't make the award or any award define you, whether you win or not. Stay a master of your craft. Stay focused on your skills and your talent, and you continue to build and expand, even if you win. Because when you win, I've seen, listen now, I've seen a lot of people that have won and dropped off the shape of the space of the earth. Like, you literally don't even hear from them anymore. Because why? Some people just win awards to win awards. It doesn't mean that they're good at what they do. They just got an award. you have to understand how these things go. So if you're really a creative and you get an award, right? A certification, acknowledgement of your creativity, and then you're no longer producing any poetry, you're no longer producing any creative work, then what was the point? Might as well you didn't get it, because it seems like the award stopped you in your tracks. Because a creative is always a creative. So, and I've seen awards being given to, not given to people who should have gotten the awards. Who we can all sit here and go, you know what, he shouldn't have won, or she shouldn't have won, or blah, blah. We've seen this all the time. People who really, really, really out there doing the work. So again, do not let awards define you. If you're a creative, especially a poet, a creative poet, because I'm talking to the poets right now. If you are a creative poet, have fun. Cheer each other on. One win is the win for all, right? Because you're all in the same category of poetry. It's not a competition. It's really not. Because it's more just to highlight your works. This is how I suggest you look at things, especially when it comes to awards. Right? Because I know a lot of people who don't win, and they get torn up about it. It completely demolishes them. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to you. You can speak to any famous person, any master of their craft, famous or not. You know how many times they got looked over? You know how many times they were told they were no good? I remember back in the day, Biggie Smalls said he had a teacher that told him that he'd amount to nothing. See, so that's a teacher. So you see, you have to understand that if poetry is who you are and what you're about, that award is not going to define you as a poet. It's not. It's not. Your works is what will define you. That's it. So, again, I wish everybody the best out there, and have fun. Have fun. People, remember, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It doesn't have to be a poor experience, no matter who is nominated, no matter who wins, no matter who doesn't. It's about the works and the camaraderie. It's about creatives supporting creatives. And this is my mantra. We should be supporting each other. We don't have to wait for other people to do it. Go and buy a creative's book. Go and show up at their performance. Buy a ticket. Even if you want to go or not, support the team. Maybe you don't have the money. Maybe you don't. Listen, who's really rich over here, right? Maybe you can't spare it. Subscribe to their websites. Like their posts. Share their posts and stuff like that. Go, share it with your friends and your families. Bring up their numbers. It's little things you can do just to go on their pages and leave positive words and comments. Cheer them on. It doesn't really take as much as people think. So I'm just saying, this is what I'm about. CSC, Creative Supporting Creatives. That's what I do, right? So I wish everyone who's been nominated a very, very, very fun time. Take this and have fun with it. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Creativity, the works, and fun, and connecting with people. Why? Because poetry is the language of the soul. This is Maxwanette, a poetess of plots. Don't forget to check out the magazine, Plots Jamaican Magazine, the Jamaican American Diaspora. We're doing pretty good. We're highlighting the creatives. I'm going to give you a little info on that before I run off. We have some great endorsements. Being endorsed by Richie Innocent, Brimstone the Cannabis. Oh my gosh, did you guys see the huge endorsement we got by Brother Brimstone? Ah, yeah. If you know, thank you. We thank you so much. And yeah, we're gonna keep it up. If you haven't been paying attention, we look on our pages and social media, put the name in. You can put it in Google. Trust me, you will find us. Plots Jamaican Magazine, the Jamaican American Diaspora. Yes. So this is something that's very important because I'm a Jamaican born in America. My parents are both Jamaican blooded, and I was born in Brooklyn, New York. You know, during a time that was just very interesting, where there was a very large amount of Jamaicans coming from Jamaica and traveling to United States. And it was a very interesting time. It's been a very interesting life, good, bad, and or the ugly. However, I noticed that there is something that we have. I'm not saying any other culture doesn't have it. Of course, I'm sure they do, and often they do. I'm just focusing on mine. I can speak from where I speak from because this is my life. So I am a part of the diaspora. I was the only American child of Jamaican blood born in my family at that time. So this was in the early 70s. And it was different. Whoo, it was different. So we're going to talk about that. And you know, the magazine shares these kind of things. It highlights the creativity in Jamaica and the creativity here in America. And I'll admit, there is a higher and larger eye on Jamaica. Why? Because it's what I grew up with. I grew up with a culture that supported, entertained, and shared creativity. And that was the Jamaican part of my family. Yes, being in America allowed me to expand on that to a degree because we were very limited in this country with our creativity. If you look in the schools now, I mean, over the years, creativity has taken such a knock, you know. It's been kicked out and beaten and thrown around. And I think they're starting to understand now that you need to bring the creativity back into the curriculum. Because if you have children learning without creativity, it's going to be a very boring session. And it's going to dull people. It's going to kill their light, dull their shine. And so, you know, creativity is not just, oh, they're writing a poem. Oh, they're singing a song. Oh, they're dancing. Creativity is a divine outlet. Hello. So once you cut this off, it becomes an issue that flows into other things. Oh, sure. Definitely. So it's good to support creativity and keep it in the schools and just have it where it needs to be. So again, I just love it. And it's something that I want to make sure is highlighted. I want to make sure that our story is shared. Our story is told. Yeah. So I decided to do that. And this is what the magazine is about. So yes, you're going to have, you know, it's going to be a mixture because it's not just Jamaican and American. You're going to find all different type of cultures in there. Why? Because that's the American side. Growing up in the United States of America, we're a melting pot, especially New York City. We have cultures from across the world, across the globe, that nestle here in America, that nestle in New York City. So I grew up with a lot of different people. You know, Chinese, Italian, Greek, you name it. Muslim, it doesn't matter. every walks of life. You're going to find it in New York City. So it kind of it broadens my horizons. And I like that because when you meet different people, different cultures, you learn so much different things. And you'd be surprised, as different as we are, how similar we are. So it's just, it's just amazing to me. And like I said, the world of creativity is a beautiful place. It's a wonderful place. And, we're just going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing what we do. So with that, I'm going to say I'm out of here, people, because I do have things I have to do. This is Maxwanette, a poetess, coming to you live from Kingston, New York. Creativity, creatives supporting creatives. We're all in this thing called life together. Remember, namaste and one love.